Hello, fellow murderers. Today is Tuesday, July 16th, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have deductive logico in the case of the body beside a tiny windmill, and we have 6 3x3 grids with suspects, motives, locations, and weapons. We do have a red murder clue today. The body was found on the miniature golf course. Okay, so let's say for our where, we've got the miniature golf course. All right, and so let's go ahead and meet our suspects for today so we can figure out who was on the miniature golf course, what weapon they brought, and what their motive was. All right, so we have Bear Maroon, Dr. Crimson, and Uncle Midnight. The weapons today were hyperallergenic oil, a selenite wand, and a crystal ball. The locations today are the Great Tower, the Grand Chateau, and the miniature golf course, which is of course our murder location. And our motives today are to fight for the revolution, to break into the industry, and to rob the victim. All right, let's check out our clues and evidence. So the person who wanted to break into the industry was a Scorpio. So let's look through here, see who our Scorpios are. Okay, so it's just Bear Maroon. So Bear Maroon wanted to break into the industry. Okay. Analysts discovered traces of a weapon made of oil on the clothing of Uncle Midnight. So I'm going to assume that's this, the hyperallergenic oil, but let's just double check. Yes, the other two are made of crystal. So we've got Uncle Midnight with the bottle of hyperallergenic oil. The selenite wand was left-handed only. Okay, so let's see who our lefties are of these two. Okay, must be Dr. Crimson. Uncle Midnight is left-handed, but we've already got Uncle Midnight's weapon. So we'll give the selenite wand to Dr. Crimson, and that leaves Bear Maroon with the crystal ball. We can fill in a bit more information here. We can say that the weapon for the motive of breaking into the industry was the crystal ball. And let's see, is that it for now? I think that's it for now, so let's just keep going through our clues. Either Dr. Crimson brought a crystal ball, which we know is not true, or Dr. Crimson was beside an indoor tree. Okay, let's look at what would have an indoor tree. Okay, enormous oak growing in the middle of the Grand Chateau. So we know Dr. Crimson did not bring the crystal ball, so Dr. Crimson must have been in the Grand Chateau. So this will tell us also that the crystal ball was not there. And I think that's, well, we can also do this for Uncle Midnight and put this as the location for Dr. Crimson. We still don't have Dr. Crimson's motive though, so we can't fill it out all the way. All right, so next we have a decoder ring. Okay, I kind of hate that I know that GSV is the, and then this is W, so I'm pretty sure I can read most of this already. The person who wanted to, let's see. Yeah, I think this is going to be rob the victim. PER for person, so R, yeah, and ON, so O, and then let's see if I can find an N. Oh, it would be a B, but we wouldn't have a B yet, so that makes sense. Okay, so let's say rob the victim, and then this is was, I believe, yeah, was, this is going to be, I think it's a swap, so I think R is I and I in, so in the, okay, so we've got a location, I think this is going to be Great Tower. So the person who wanted to rob the victim was in the Great Tower. I'm pretty sure that's right. If we're swapping these two, that would be G and T, and then T again. So GT, that's got to be the Great Tower. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that in, and then we'll double check it. But the person who wanted to rob the victim was in the Great Tower. So we'll say Great Tower, rob the victim. All right, and let's go ahead and use the decoder. This is going to be detective code. Yep, awesome. Again, I'm a little frightened that I'm able to read these now, but I'll take it over struggling through them for 10 minutes each. Okay, so let's see what we have and what we don't have so far. We don't have a lot of information for Uncle Midnight. One of these two wanted to rob the victim. I must be missing something. Okay, this is it. So since Dr. Crimson is in the Great Tower, the Grand Chateau, we know that Dr. Crimson can't have the motive to rob the victim because that's associated with another location. So we can cross that off for Dr. Crimson. And that means that Dr. Crimson wanted to fight for the revolution. That leaves Uncle Midnight, who wanted to rob the victim in the Great Tower, which places Bear Maroon at the murder location, the miniature golf course, to break into the industry. So there is our solution there. And before we go ahead and see if we're right, well, I guess I'll go ahead and mark it in. Bear Maroon with a crystal ball at the miniature golf course to break into the industry. So I'll flip these over, but before we check, I'm just going to take an extra moment and fill out the rest of the grid. Okay, there's everything all filled out. And again, we have Bear Maroon with a crystal ball at the miniature golf course to break into the industry. Let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.